Gang gang. Oh, special. Gang gang. Rah, rah, rah. Gang gang. Gang gang. Balloon. Gang gang. Gang gang. That was good. Lemonade. Hee haw, yes. You got me feeling like a cowgirl. Are you ready? It's time. Hee haw, yes. You got me feeling like a cowgirl. Are you ready? It's time. Slay huh. Slay huh. Slay huh. Ice cream so good. Slay huh. Oh, take it too hard. Blue, blue, it's me. Oh, thank you, baby. Gang, 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 gang. Ice cream so good. Gang, 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 gang.
Oh my God.
Gang, gang.
I can't take it anymore.
Gang, gang.
She says, slay ho, slay ho.
Welcome to our podcast. You're listening to Skyline by Ixon at www.ixonmusic.com. Okay, deep breath.
Gang, 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 gang.
Gang gang. Gang gang. Gang gang.
Thank you for the. All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Sorry. Let me get it out.
Yeah.
Welcome to Why Complain When You Can Whine, making sense of the senseless. Three professional women attempting to make sense of toxic nonsense. And I swear, while drinking wine, I want to go like this so bad.
Our tagline has never made as much sense to me as it does after watching that fucking clip.
Oh my God. We haven't even started drinking yet. I am Dr. Jody Larman, licensed clinical psychologist in the state of California. Therefore, everything that we discuss on this podcast is for psychoeducation and entertainment purposes. I swear I want to keep going. Okay, and tonight I am drinking. It is called Rain Cloud, and it is a California red wine 2020 edition. So this should be good. And this is my, I know it's going to be hard to see, but this is my Tinkerbell cup. My Tinkerbell cup. Because I love Tinkerbell. And
Hey. I'm Heather. Gang gang. And I'm a licensed counselor and a domestic violence survivor, and I'm drinking a margarita out of my Hades cup. Hades is my cat's name for anybody that doesn't know.
Ooh, that's cute.
Ooh, thank you, Heather. Yeah, do it.
Lay home.
Meow, meow.
No, no. Meow, meow.
Okay. Hello.
The only thing that we're missing is popping popcorn kernels in a flat iron.
I could go get my flat iron.
Right?
Gang, gang.
We should have brought those.
Slay ho, slay.
ho.
Hello everyone. I'm Ashley Paige. My brain's not working. I think it's single mom, domestic violence survivor.
Glitch.
I can't think after that shit. Like made me dumb or something.
It dropped my IQ like a good 100.
God, I'm gonna get canceled for that. That's fine. Founder of Loving Single and the Hot Mess Society. Tonight I'm drinking high noon. I can't take shit seriously right now. Heather, did you have one of these one night?
Yeah, I had that last time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's a, and then my little star cup.
Yay.
My champagne earrings that match.
I love it.
Yes.
My favorite though.
You do it so
You
good.
do it perfectly.
Do it.
Do it.
This is
Mm-mm.
Spontaneous one.
As everyone knows, tonight we are discussing the AI NPC live trends.
Ashley, do you want to explain what an NPC is? What an NPC is?
It's my brain just, no.
Non-primary
It's a
character.
non-playable character.
Yes. It's a gaming thing.
Mhm.
Gang gang.
We're not gonna get through this fucking podcast.
No, we won't.
To be fair, like I was like the NPC thing I get mixed up because my dad does bodybuilding, so he's in the NPC, and so like my brain was like yeah, so it's a gaming thing, that whole thing, and I think everyone and their mother has heard about the AI live trend.
You know, I hadn't heard of it. And then I saw a guy that has like over 1 million something followers. And he goes, what the fuck is going on with TikTok? I keep seeing these lives where people are doing these repetitive weird things. And they just stand there, sometimes in costume, going, and making weird faces. I'm like, I have not come across it yet. And then Ashley and Heather saw a live.
Well, before the whole thing went crazy, that there was a woman, like I had no clue what any of it meant. I just thought, I was like, it was wild. I came across, what was it? Heather, what's her name? Angel Cyborg?
Cyborg. Yeah.
Yeah.
AI, is it AI cyborg or Angel?
No,
cyborg?
it's Angel.
Oh.
Angel. And she like, I came across her live and I like did I send it to you, Heather? And you were like, I've been watching this shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's fascinating because she's very robotronic. And it's not, PinkyDoll is just annoying as fuck. All right. Like, I'm just gonna say it. She makes it very like, she's very like blatantly sexual. But the girl that we were watching, she was like, it wasn't like, initially I didn't interpret it as sexual at all. It was just fascinating and hilarious. And like, she does a very positive spin on things. And like, when people send her galaxy, she like has these little Lego toys and she gives them like a fortune and it's like all super positive. And then I think it was like the next day or the day after, was it, Heather?
It was like very much like the next day it blew up in her face.
Before you go on though, that live, because you sent it to the two of us and then I got on, the live was already over. So I watched a couple of her videos and they weren't anything like this.
Not at all.
She was just kind of going, and I thought, what? It was like she was glitching all the time.
Yeah, like her shit was super funny. Like, and now that I know certain things about it, I can see now why some of the stuff she was doing was like slightly inappropriate. But she was just very innocent and she had cute pajamas and like very much kitty-like things. And it was something I felt comfortable to watch with my daughter. And she just, for example, one woman wrote in there, she was like, I wish I were as pretty as you. And then she like, the girl stopped and like started glitching and she's like, that makes me sad, and like broke out in a song about like self-love and like body confidence or something like that. And it was like really sweet and like, aw, like I like her.
Yeah, she was really interesting to watch. And I think someone in her comments in that live that day said, oh, she's just trying to be like PinkyDoll. And her response was, you're speaking to the motherboard. Like, she was like, I originated that trend. So I think she's been around for a while and that's just always been her thing. And then like all of a sudden, all these other people just came along and started doing these lives that are bizarre. Like
what I saw of her videos, there were, and I just looked at a couple of videos because I was like, what the fuck? She's like, she just looked like she was glitching all the time. And an NPC, a non-playable character, what they are, the background characters in gaming, if people don't game, of like a Grand Theft Auto or whatever, that just kind of do the same repetitive things. They don't have much going on. They're just background atmosphere. And so when I was watching her thing, I didn't think anything of it. This one, she just looked like she was glitching all the time, like they do in video games and stuff, until you sent the video. Do you want me to play it?
Yes.
Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay. Come on, share.
So apparently some of you guys did not know that those AI NPC lives are part of the adult entertainment industry. And as someone who is somewhat of a part-time professional, let me break down this form of entertainment for you. The person pretending to be the AI NPC is basically a human doll, right? And the person viewing and donating is the doll master that can, with their donations, control how the doll acts and reacts to certain stimulus. And the human doll has to perform certain expected repeated action. And sometimes the viewers will button mash like you do in Super Smash Bros. In attempts to make the human doll basically like spaz out and like go out of control. This is in order to simulate the human doll arriving. And the point is not that the human doll is arriving on camera, which is also part of it, but it's that the human doll is arriving out of their control. And technically you can consume whatever adult entertainment that you like, but I'm gonna call a spade and say that's fucking weird. Extra weird when you factor in the idea that all of these NPCs are pretending to be children. Granted, it's not. Their defense is, I'm just role-playing, but this shit is spilling onto TikTok, where the actual children are. And to be an ethical entertainer is to make sure everyone is consenting to be a part of your adult entertainment. And remember, children cannot consent because they are children. Children are not expected to know about adult things. If children see a weird, wacky trend online, they're gonna wanna copy it. And so it is the responsibility of all the adults in the room to prevent children from participating in adult entertainment acts. Okay? And we do that by getting them off TikTok. Do not participate in the AI NPC trend on TikTok. If you see children being taken advantage of by grown men who want them to participate in this trend, stop them. Also, for all my fellow spicy accountants out there, maybe stop exploiting the mere existence of children, okay? Okay, great, thanks.
So the innocent NPC took a turn. And I totally see where she's coming from.
Yeah, I saw that video and I immediately sent it to the two of you and I was like, oh fuck. Like it was like everything I saw in like, because I liked Angel Cyborg. Heather and I were like, I love her, she's amazing. And then like I started remembering all these things in her life. Like she's wearing kid pajamas, like a onesie. And then she was eating unicorn popcorn. And like she was drinking a unicorn drink. And she was wearing like a little My Little Pony ring. And like everything was very kiddie. And I was like, oh my God. And then as soon as I saw that video, it was like then PinkyDoll, then all these other content creators. I saw one of my favorite content creators. I don't know if you guys know who the local lesbian is. I think is her. Her name is Michelle, but she's awesome. And she made a video being like, man, I don't know how you guys do it, but y'all are getting the bag. And like, I think like someone teach me how to do it. And then all of a sudden, like you saw all these content creators who had no idea what they're doing. They just think it's a fun way to make money and it's a game. And then they're all popping up and doing it. And then after that, I saw little kids mimicking it. And I was like, oh, shit.
I looked up because I was like, wait a minute, how is this related to that? and then I saw this article on it, and I read the article, and I can't tell, the person who wrote its name is Morgan. I can't tell if that is a guy, a female, or a male. I don't know, but I believe the name was Morgan Sung. Don't know if it's a male or female, but they're saying snippets of these creators' live streams keep going viral, and because the internet loves to hate on women, the nonsensical mannerisms that these creators use in their content has been written off as disturbing, cringe, and definitely a sex thing. And this whole article is about how it is not at all a sex thing in any way, shape, or form. And their rationale for it, one, not being a sex thing, is because they're saying that the women are not, let me see if I can find it. Oh, they although their NPC videos may drive curious viewers to their paywalled adult content, they don't promote their other accounts on their live streams. They also don't incorporate NPC content into their NSFW platforms. Okay.
The audience is like the same though. Either way, like so they may not be like advertising their OnlyFans on their TikTok when they're doing live stream NPC shit, but people
It's on their
know
bio, though,
that
isn't
they
it?
have OnlyFans and are watching that either because they already knew that or now they know that, right? So the audience is the same either way. So if you're
And don't they have a
considering
link in
that-
their bio, Heather? Don't they have an OnlyFans link? Are they allowed to do that in their bio
I don't
somehow?
know. I don't
'Cause-
know. 'Cause I don't-
Well, so here's the thing, okay, is it doesn't matter if like what Heather's saying, it doesn't matter if they're promoting it or not. You promote what you do by the content you are creating. So when someone like PinkyDoll, and it varies on platforms, she can't promote her spicy content on TikTok because it's a violation of community guidelines. She can't do that. Now, on Twitter, she's pretending to be 15 years old. And then in her profile, she says that she's 19 when she's 28. And then on Instagram, she's totally different depending on the platform that these creators are on, dictates what type of content they can showcase and how they can funnel people into their spicy pages. It's very simple. And like,
and she has a child
in the background.
in the background of her TikToks.
But the thing is it's obviously, it's clearly like that beginning clip at the beginning. It's very clearly sexual. Like if you look at the way she's clothing and like the way she does her tongue, and like, I don't have to be like, and listen, I have nothing against people who consent and partake in the adult entertainment industry. I have a problem with it infiltrating places where the children are. That's when I have a fucking problem. I have friends who are dancers. Like I have a past, like, so the reality is that I don't have to be on a stage wearing nothing but my birthday suit, dancing for dollar bills in order for me to be suggestive and to be overtly sexual and to clearly communicate what I'm doing. No one does that. I mean, that's why, and Heather is a really great person to talk about this because of the clients that she works with, that it doesn't take very much for predators that you can have a child eating a hot dog or a banana, or like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be that specifically. And that's the shit that is pissing me off with this whole topic. And I'm done.
This says social media users tend to assume that the content they don't immediately understand must be perverse, especially if it's presented by a young woman. Okay, I can sit here, this is for educational purposes only, people, and sit here going like this with my straw and say, what, that's not sexual. Any man watching that is going to think something. Okay, not any man, but the vast majority of men are going to think something. It's like if you're sitting there, I knew someone at work in a prison with inmates who was eating a cucumber, a Persian cucumber, holding it like this, and inmates walking by her door, and she's eating the cucumber, and we're all like going, oh my God, you don't do that in a men's prison. Now, if you don't know why you don't do that in a men's prison, then you obviously don't think that these are sexualized either. They don't have to be overtly, I'm pretending that this cucumber is you. Same thing as you don't eat a banana.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing this too. Yum, yum.
Right.
Gobble, gobble.
The whole glizzy thing. Like, not to mention, you can try and gaslight the entire world in order to try and maintain this trend. But the reality is you have women like the video we just watched. She said so. I am a semi-professional part-time worker in this entertainment industry. This is exactly what this is. So you've got people who are in the adult entertainment industry saying, do what you want, but not here. Like,
yeah, when there's like obviously children on the app, and children like love that stuff, right? Like they're watching it. It's very geared towards children, not just adult men who like to watch a woman pretend to suck on ice cream or whatever and say yum yum. It's not just that. Like there's kids in there like thinking this is like adorable and cute and whatever. So the idea that people are assuming that the motivation is perverse is dumb to me, because it doesn't really matter what the motivation is. The audience is what people are concerned about. And if part of your audience is children, and children are on TikTok and going to do this trend, then it's going to draw that same audience to those kids. And that's what I'm hearing the concern to be, not that, like, go for it, do whatever. I don't care if you show your tits on TikTok. Honest, I don't. Like, more power to you. All about that sexual empowerment, but know your audience. Just know your audience. Like, be aware of what you're doing and who's out there.
So this says the possibility that fetish videos could be hiding in plain sight on TikTok, an app that's just as popular with adults as it is with children, instills an unrelenting moral panic among those who aren't online themselves. No, I think in people that are online and that see this, and it's true, it's like, do whatever the hell you want. But TikTok is also like, I got a community guidelines violation because I had a picture of, Captain Hook, Mr. Spee, my son in his little swim trunks when he was 8 years old, and me in a bathing suit with a tank top. And he's in about yay much of the picture. And they gave me a community guidelines violation for nudity and sexual exploitation of a child. And it's like, how so? But yet allowing children to watch these things, and watching them is one thing, but you don't think that kids are going to mimic that? And, oh, Heather, you know this just as well as I do. Pedophiles and sexual predators, seeing a kid mimic that.
Mm-hmm. That's the audience that is watching her. People who have pornography addictions, sexual compulsivity issues, people that have intimacy deficits. These are the people watching these kinds of creators on TikTok doing weird, bizarre kind of sexual, kind of fetishy looking stuff, right? Like, because guess what? The normal stuff that they're jerking off to is not cutting it. So they will find weirder and weirder stuff to obsess over and fixate on. And so, yes, before people come at me and say, well, they're not, like, sex offenders aren't supposed to be on the internet anyway. Like, I'm not even talking about the ones that have been caught. I'm talking about the ones that haven't been caught yet. And I'm talking about the ones that don't give a fuck about the rules, because believe me, my clients, may not be able to access the internet from their own phones and their own computers because they're monitored, but they can at any time ask for someone else's phone and someone else's computer if they want to violate the rules. We'll find out. But the reality is they're still out there. You are not like protected from them in the community as much as you think you are. We try to do a really good job of supervising them, but there are rule breakers out there, right? And we can't control everything that they do. So not only the registered ones, the ones that haven't been caught yet, you have to consider those too. So
yeah.
And in prison, they don't even need phones anymore because they're given tablets.
Yeah.
So now they have access to this stuff too. And yeah, if they don't have access, obviously, to pornography and stuff like that, but they give them access. I don't know what all they have access to, but any kind of social media, and not even if they have to be on social media, but because they can now have contact with people, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, but they can send texts or messages or videos or whatever, and they can watch them that way. And and if somebody thinks, especially like I had a guy on my caseload who was a pedophile. He got released from prison because, they don't get a huge amount of time, and he reoffended, and he was back in prison, and he so badly wanted to get to our sex offender program, which is at Coalinga State Hospital, if it's still called that, or Coalinga. And they have a sex offender program that uses, I can't think of the name, but adverse,
covert desensitization.
Yeah. Where they, like, if they used to use it for quit smoking. You smoke, you get a shock, you smoke, you get a shock. So eventually you associate classical conditioning, but you associate the smoking with the shock. So you don't want to smoke anymore. Well, they do that kind of thing with sexual predators. You see a child, you get shocked, or you get whatever. So eventually you will hopefully associate.
We don't really do that much barbaric stuff anymore, but
but it doesn't work. It doesn't even work. So that's another reason we don't do it, because it doesn't work. So this guy went through that program and then got released into society, reoffended, and you would not believe the lengths that he went to try to get back into that program. And the reason he wanted to get back into that program wasn't to get treatment.
No, it was so he
treated to pictures.
Yeah. Well, and the thing too that people have to understand about kinks and fetishes, like that girl was saying in that video, is you don't need nudity in order to supply someone with their kink and their fetish. Feet.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to wear open-toed shoes at work, y'all.
Like feet. And the thing is like, we've talked about this before, and we talked about it in our part 2. Hold on, we talked about it in part 2 of the prison episode, is that rape and like sexual assault is not about the act of sex and intimacy. It's about power and control. And this woman says in the video, it's about forcing people to do things without their consent and having the control over what they do, how they react, with so much fury of them sending gifts, that it causes them to arrive without their consent. So when we're looking at people with fetishes and kinks, especially with this, and they like to assert dominance and control, then it's logic that they would get off on things like this, especially with people like your clients, Heather, or clients that you've had, Jody, when children are doing this. Like, it's like common sense. And of course, you have people that are vying for this. And, when I reposted that video, people were like, you're just jealous. I'm not jealous. Like, go get your bag, girlfriend. Just don't do it where my daughter can watch it. Like, it's simple.
And, even if they tried to put like only after midnight or something like that, it's around the world. So after midnight in the United States is already like 9 in the morning, or in California, at least, is like 9 in the morning in Europe. So there should be some kind of parental filter or screen or something so that
Right. I
and they
mean,
were
everyone's going to say parents are responsible for controlling the children online and being safe and all that, and there's truth to that, right? Like it's TikTok can't do all the work, and other people can't do, like, we can't do all the work. We can't just do all the warning of, hey, they're like really fucked up people out there looking at your kids that you're posting online, just FYI. People are still going to do whatever the fuck they want to do anyway. And TikTok can have all the parental controls put in there, not allow anyone under a certain age to be on TikTok, and still, they can't figure it all. Like, they can't keep everybody out. They can't keep everybody safe. So really, it's just like that's why I appreciated that most recent video we watched, is because she's just educated people like, hey, like, this is what this is, and you need to be aware of that. So, that like that to just be aware, just be safe online. I think that's like the bottom line of everything, is we're not going to be able to stop people from doing weird, sexy things online, and we're not going to be able to stop people from wearing cute heels or doing like cool, awesome, I love pole dancing stuff on TikTok or whatever. Like, we're not going to be able to stop everything or tell everyone, like, we're not just going to cover all these women up and be like, predators, don't, because it's not our fucking responsibility. It's the predator's responsibility to not be fucking predators. So, but I also think it's like, just fucking know that there's an audience out there that you probably don't want to see some shit, or you are thinking things that you weren't intending them to think. And it's not your fault. It's not necessarily Pinky, whatever fuck her name is, fault, like, that she's allowed to do whatever she's doing, but there are fucked up people out there. So,
but it's not only that, people will be like, pole dancing. Oh my God. But be perfectly okay watching this, because they're not, pole dancing has a pornographic stripper connotation to it, when it's actually really great exercise. And I wish I could do the things that
me too.
It is like amazing. But they won't let their child necessarily watch that, but watch this without realizing what it is. And again, it's do whatever you want to do, but also be aware of what it is that you're watching and paying attention to. And if you see a girl going, but she's not pole dancing while she's doing it, it doesn't mean it's super innocent. And also, these people that are doing it and hopping on the trend, some of them probably have no idea. They just think it's cute. Like, there's one girl that hops on. She is a well-known creator and hops on every single trend.
Gang.
Dang. And she's like,
what was that? I missed something. Yeah.
Thank you for the roses. That's what she does. She's like, thank you for the roses.
Gang.
Oh, yeah.
I'm cowboy. Gang.
Make me feel like cowgirl.
I mean, it's kind of like, it's got a rhythm to it, I guess.
But like, again, if you see some girl going like this, you wouldn't want your kids necessarily watching it if she was doing that with a pole. But because there's no pole there, you're like, cool, watch it. Not realizing. And sadly, we do live in a fucking sick society. And I don't know, maybe I'm more attuned to it because I worked in a prison, and
that's what it is. We're just like, we're dead inside because we worked with very tough people.
And my son was molested, and by a straight white married male who had just had a kid. The little boy was 6 months old. Mm-hmm. So, we expect perverts. We expect it to be some guy creeping in our window. That's the one that's going to do it. That's not the one that's going to do it. Hate to tell you. I mean, if someone's creeping in your window, that is weird, but you're not going to see that.
You probably know that's weird, but that's weird.
Well, and like the truth is too, is like, before I knew this information, I was just like, y'all are like, besides, I really like that Angel Cyborg girl. She was awesome. She was funny to watch. There's another woman who like wears this jellyfish filter. Like, I don't know if you've seen that. And she like floats and she does the voice. And so she doesn't have any hand movements. It's very like childlike and like, you know, there's the side of like, this is what it is behind closed doors. This is the purpose and the meaning of it behind closed doors. And then you've got all of these other people who are like, it might mean that to y'all, but it doesn't mean that to me. I just think it's hilarious. And I'm going to do the live and I'm just trying to pay my rent and buy groceries. And like, you know, I've seen some people do some really hilarious, like just scrolling, like hilarious versions of it. Or I've seen like people make videos, like making fun of it. And so
those are great too.
yeah, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like one of those things where it's like, you're not going to get everyone to see things for what they really are. Some people will refuse to believe it and they'll be like, you're making too big of a fucking deal about it. It's not that serious. I'm just making money on my TikTok lives, like whatever. And to them,
maybe, you know, maybe there's truth to that too. Like, yeah, I mean, I get it. It's not your intention to draw in fucking weirdos and creepy people, but just know they're out there. They're out there.
Jody, what are you watching?
So am I muted?
No. Sounded like porn.
Jody's watching pornography.
And now she's still on mute.
Muted and she can't defend herself. Still muted and can't defend yourself.
I clicked the mute button, thought it clicked and it didn't. And then when I went to unmute, it muted me at that point. And then I thought I unmuted and I clicked it. And you'd think that this was the very first time I ever did this, but it's not. But I was looking at one of the things that like that PinkyDoll girl, she's on there for 6 hours a day and makes about $7,000 a week doing this stuff.
And I'm not one to like tell people how to parent their children or anything, but when your kid is like screaming in the background during your weird TikTok lives, like you might want to, I mean, just, you know, I'm not the mom, but just saying, think about that too.
Well, and the thing is like I've seen people screen record of her, you know, like the thing is one, she has, I think it's a little boy is what she has. And she is like wearing, I've seen ones where she's wearing like bright red lingerie with gloves like all the way up to here. And she's like this with her son and like, you know, and everyone's like yelling at her, or like where she's yelling at her son because he's getting at the dog or something like that. And like, he's crying. And it's like, listen, your son, like, I see people being like, he's always acting up with that dog. And I'm like, because he needs attention. Mm-hmm. So if he knows that every time he messes with the dog and mom's more concerned with the dog than she is with me, then I'm going to mess with the dog to get my mom's attention, because then she'll come pay attention to me instead of the stupid phone, because he's not big. He's like 4 or 5. He's not old enough to understand what the fuck she's doing.
I saw one where he was stomping away. She was yelling at him and he stomped away. And the comments were like, wow, that kid just wants attention. Wow, that kid's being a pain in the ass and all that. And it's like, the kid is being a kid.
What audience would say that?
She says she's making up to $7,000 a day. I thought it was a week. It's a day. Mm-hmm. Now, who do you think is gifting?
Right. Who do you think is like, fuck your kid, keep doing that? Like, what audience do you think is, because the like normal people are like, well, like your kid like needs you can stop, you know, you can come back later, you know, do your thing for your kid. But like these people are like, fuck this kid, do your thing.
Well, like, and I don't know if anyone understands the way that TikTok live works, is that they put it into effect, I believe it was sometime this spring, between March and May, where TikTok takes half. So if PinkyDoll is making $7,000 a day, she's actually generating close to 14,000. And I where lives, there's like 25, 35, 45,000 people in her live at the same time. And so like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm a single mom and I do work when my daughter's at home with me, especially in the summer, but I will step away in order to spend time with my daughter or feed her or take care of her and things like that. But I also will work when she's sleeping. So let's pretend I was like, hey, I'm going to jump on this fucking TikTok live trend. I'm going to be like gang all night long. I'm going to, the roses and like with my flat iron and like my curling iron and just like, yeah, let's say I'm going to do that. Okay, fucking awesome. I'm going to go do that, but not when my kid is around.
My mom said you can come over. We just have to be really quiet because she's working.
Ice cream so good. Ice cream so good. Gang gang, gang gang. Cowboy. Yeehaw. Cowboy. Yeehaw. What?
Kelsey's here.
Mommy's working. Okay, these popcorn kernels are not gonna flat iron themselves. Gang gang. Gang gang. Ice cream in my tummy so good. I'm a child of divorce. I'm a child of divorce. I'm a child of divorce.
Can we order a pizza?
You want pizza? I can buy us Nobu if you give me 15 more minutes. Row, doggy, so barky. Doggy,
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm a child of divorce.
Like, I'll do it all night long when my kid is sleeping.
And she does it for 6 hours at a time.
At a time,
job.
not in total per day, at a time.
Yeah.
And I'm not like trying to beat up on her because there's so many other creators out there who are doing this for like hours and hours. But the reality is like, take a look at what you're doing, how it's affecting your children, because I've seen people lose their kids for much less.
I really wonder, one, is there are guys doing this too. I wonder how much they're making, honestly, if they're any equivalent. And two, if you are making $7,000 a fuck, more power to you. That's like, I have a PhD and I wish I could make
Are there men
$7,000
doing
a
this?
day.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Oh, I haven't seen any of them.
Let me see.
Hardly
I have
any.
one right here, but I'll check it out before I do it. I'll mute myself first. But
I thought it's predominantly female though, right?
yeah.
Yes.
But since guys don't really know necessarily, they're just on this trend as well. Or with all due respect, gay men might be doing it and getting gifts from gay men or men on the other side of the screen that are not gay. Hell no. I'm going to keep gifting. But I'm not gay.
Yeah,
But
I want to see that. Now I need to see a male. I need to see a male one because I have thoughts, but I don't know what they are yet.
I've seen a couple. I haven't done enough research on the men doing it, but I've seen a couple of men doing it. And it doesn't read sexual to me at all. It reads ridiculous.
That's funny.
Right.
And what is the audience like in there?
Fucking A. I can't get my mute and unmute to mute and unmute. I have one right here. Let's just say.
Let's see the difference.
I want to see it.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
Thank you. Cat paws. Yo. It is worth it because I'm getting paid $100 an hour to do this. I love you too. Thanks for the rose. Thanks for the glizzies. I hate music. Cat paw. Meow. Thanks for the glizzies. Thanks for the glizzies. Thanks for the chili, but it's too spicy because I'm white. I love ice cream. Thank you.
I was trying to read the comments flying by, but they were hard to read. And they were like, they look like bot comments. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't look like real people in there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one that was like, I love this trend, to be honest. But I couldn't read the rest of it. And then just like blob, glizzy, whatever. They just say words. That's why I think they look like bots and not people. I'm like, oh, they're not even speaking. They're not like engaging in a normal way. which I guess is the point.
Cat
But,
paw meow. Cat paw meow.
Well, and he wasn't doing the actual acts, just the noises. He was doing it all off camera. Like,
Weird. I am muting myself to check one more.
yeah, I
Like
mean,
my homework assignment. I love this. No, go on.
yeah, I'm fascinated by it, and I'm also just like a little bit like weirded out, and I guess I don't totally understand what people see that's so interesting and why they're giving these people their money. Because I mean, I don't make enough money to give a fuck about gifting people on lives, but like the people who have money, like that are sending galaxies, which are what? Those are worth like hundreds of dollars, right? People are spending like $350 a pop for a galaxy or something weird like that. Like
the galaxy is, I think, 1,000 coins, and then there's the TikTok galaxy, which is like something stupid, Heather, like 35,000 coins, which is the $350 one, I think.
Yeah. So it's like, will you send a galaxy? Will you send a galaxy? Like,
this is another male. This is another male. Okay. This is how you know it's sexualized. Look, wait, I'm sharing my screen again.
The rose. Hey, thanks for the. Don't think I should use that right now. Hey, thanks for the. Hey, thanks for the. Hey, thanks for the. Trying to turn me into a TikTok star, are we? Ooh, that's hot. GG, my boy, trying to turn me into a TikTok star, are we? Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, that's gross. Hey, thanks for the first gifter. Huh, welcome to the team. GG, my boy. Ooh, that's hot. Meow.
I mean, I can see why they're kind of addicting because they're just so weird, and you're just like, what is happening?
But you can see that the thrill of being able to control a person, because you have an anticipated and expected result and behavior that comes from specific gifts. And so if you like something, you send the gift. If you haven't seen them respond to the gift, you can send a ridiculous, funny gift. People intentionally send hot dogs on purpose
to women.
No, they like the ice cream one for women.
The ice cream one, and like you know, so like, and the thing is like, it is what it is, and I'm not here saying it's wrong. I'm not. I'm just saying it is what it fucking is, whether you like it or not. Like,
we're just trying to make sense out of nonsense. That's all we're trying to do.
I mean, listen, you know, like I like I said, I have my own, like I've you know, we all have our own past, like, you know, and I don't judge anyone for doing what they want to do, like, you know, but I like, my daughter doesn't have social media anyways. She's done a couple videos with me, but she doesn't have it anyways. But it's concerning when I see small children going on and repeating this behavior, and it's got 45,000 fucking shares on it.
Right.
But here's the thing. If you do not think it's sexual, why are the women dressed a lot differently than the guys and do it a lot more suggestively? Because they're getting money for it from guys who are like, ooh, I want to see her do that again.
Thanks, patriarchy. We figured out how to make money off of you.
Which is good. I don't have a problem with that. Just
even actual like NPCs, that's a weird statement, but even like video game characters that are female are sexualized, right? So it makes total sense that if you're gonna act like one, you're gonna still be sexualized and objectified. So hey, but we figured out how to make a shit ton of money off of dumb dudes who only think with their dicks. So yay us, I guess. More power to you.
That is all fine and good, and I am proud of women who can get money like that. off of men's stupidity.
Just watch your kids, please.
Yeah.
Watch your kids. Like,
Yeah. This is it's, let's see, 65 coins cost $1. 6,607 coins cost $100. And the TikTok stars are 39,999 coins.
that's the galaxy, right?
Yeah. So do your math. If I'm gonna spend money like that, it's not gonna be on having a woman go, "Grrr, gang
But
gang."
these are the same dudes that go to strip clubs, right? And like, they're not getting laid, but they'll totally watch a girl
Yeah.
do whatever on a stage for however long and dance and give her a bunch of money.
Well, and part of, I don't know if you saw one of PinkyDoll's, is like when they send large gifts, the creators always write down their names. I don't know what they do with their names, their usernames afterwards, but they have this, like, they write, like, I know I saw Angel Cyborg do it. She writes down everyone's usernames. And then I saw a video of PinkyDoll pretending to write down usernames and just like scribbling. Like she got caught doing that where she wasn't really writing down people's names. So there is a certain form of status and recognition for people who do give more. And so like there's an entire, like, and that's the thing is like just paying attention, like things I've watched, like as we've talked about getting ready for this episode, there's an entire network and language that is associated with these NPC lives. So for unsuspecting people who have no idea, it's just funny and stupid and dumb. But understand that you're walking into a community of people who are well-versed and aware of what the fuck is going on in these lives and why they're doing this and why they're pretending to be the doll and like arrive. And you see people writing their phone numbers in there. You see people writing explicit under 18 content in the comment section, trying to get people to go to their profiles. They're showing up to these lives where there's 25, 35,000 people. And they're saying those things because they know when I'm doing a live and I'm talking about domestic violence, I don't have people coming in and being like under 18 nude content, like link in bio. They're not writing that shit. They go to these lives to write those comments. Like, so just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just what is it? Watcher beware, user beware, person doing it, performer beware. Just know what you're doing and that it's not innocent.
My bet is it dies off pretty quick.
I don't know, Timberland, he's a record producer, I believe, was on one of Pinky's and
he is a big fan of
PinkyDoll.
That not just PinkyDoll, but he's a big fan of the top AI NPC creators, particularly the ones that are the young ones.
Yeah, he gave her a bunch of like $2,000 or something like that once.
Mm-hmm.
So she broke character and said hi to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow. I still think it's gonna die out quick, but I might be wrong. Maybe it sticks around for a while. I just think it's
like the furries, you know, and you know what furries are, right?
girl.
Furries.
You know what I do for a living, right?
Ashley, do you know what they are?
Weird.
They dress up in furry onesies as different fur type of either animals or plush things, and they have conventions,
sex parties.
Yeah.
I've seen AI NPC lives with people wearing big furry duck and chicken and bear costumes.
There you go.
That is
to the unsuspecting public. To the unsuspecting public, we don't know what the fuck is going on. Like I have no idea. I have no idea.
Fetish thing.
Yeah.
Thanks for. I mean, that's just another way for us to prove the point. Like,
that just solidifies the point right there.
So now that everybody is somewhat educated on what NPCs are, I will never look at another video game again. That's for sure.
Gang, gang.
Luckily, my son
The
watches
roses.
plays sport video games.
Your face. It's your face when you do it.
Hey, you guys are more than welcome to send us cash gifts. No, I'm just kidding.
Will you send a galaxy? Will you send a galaxy?
Make me feel like a cowgirl. Make me feel like a cowgirl. Ice cream.
She's like, glizzy.
I'm gonna post this on our TikTok. You can send us video gifts. We expect. I'll be so disappointed if nobody pays attention. No,
I think you know what I think the next wave of trend is just like everyone battling NPC AI live. Like, and all of us like look,
like a dance-off.
what the fuck, if you can't beat them, join them. Let's go do a live all three together, and we'll just all and we'll just like see if we can like
a rose smells good. A rose smells good. Chili, ooh, spicy. Ooh, spicy.
Jody.
Yes, I am a licensed clinical psychologist.
It's my favorite though when Heather's like, roses.
The movement.
Kind of like her hands are kind of like super tense, like not like she's like
How it is.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
You should do one and then the next and then the next and then just see who gets the gifts. Yeah.
We'll split
We're
it.
gonna do live.
It's addicting. There's something about it. I can
What
see.
was the corn one they do? They're like,
See, do that again. See, men are like getting all excited. Which like most men ever watching this one. But men are
I
gonna
think 80% of our audience is women, but that's okay.
Yeah, but they'll start sending it out. Once one man gets it and sends it and sends it.
Will you send a galaxy?
Ice cream.
do the cat.
Not like that guy go, meow.
Meow, meow.
I don't know why I am doing this.
I'm telling you, see, Jody, it's just addicting.
It's addicting.
It sticks in your brain like a video game.
Before I get myself into major trouble, it is that time. So, thank you so much for watching and listening. And honestly, if you are listening, you might want to go to YouTube and you might want to watch. Because listening is only half of the fun. Watching it gives you the full experience. Roses smell nice.
Gang, 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 gang.
Gang, gang. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. So, anyways, thank you so much. Click the button in the, I think, like right-hand side of YouTube, and that will notify you anytime that we drop a new episode, which is about every 2 weeks, potentially 1 week. Depends on what we feel like doing and how much money we make off of this. We might just turn to doing this. Who knows? You make me feel like a cowgirl.
What's she slay ho? Slay ho.
And you can let us know which ones you'd like us to do again. Anyways, you can always email us wcwycw1@gmail.com or lovingsingle.co/podcast, or leave comments in the comment section. We appreciate all of you. And any last sentiments? Ashley.
Gang, 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 gang. No, not tonight.
Slay ho.
Slay hoes.
Slay ho.
Slay ho.
Slay ho.
Get the bag. Get the bag. The bag. Get the bag.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Yes, 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 yes. Shank, 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 shank. Prison, gang, 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 gang. Prison, gang, 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 gang. Roses for the dead homies. Roses for the dead homies. Strong convict, strong convict. Yes, noodles, yes, noodles. Woohoo! You got me feeling like a CEO of this prison. I'm finna run it. Coffee, so good. Coffee, so good. Glizzies, ooh, my favorite. Oh, thank you, baby. I love you.